think it's very important to understand what your customers want, right? If you're going with the trend, I think you're sorted. We're very, very thrilled to have Anupam and Vinita on board. I think it's going to be such an amazing journey going forward. If you don't try, you will not know, right? So you better try out and face the struggles that you have, a few challenges, but you need to try out and understand if it's going to work out or not. It just might.
Welcome to yet another episode of Startup Central. Here we talk to the founders of different startups about their unique business ideas, so that you can get insights about various businesses and how to navigate in the world of business to help you in your future endeavors. Before we start today's interview, there's one thing I want to talk about is that how unique and niche the startup is, and it promises to solve the problem which every woman faces. That is, they do not have enough clothes, or if they have clothes, they have already worn it once and they can't reuse it. So Heart Up My Sleeve is a unique startup which sells detachable sleeves and seems to have solved one of our biggest problems. And today we have with us none other than the founder of Heart Up My Sleeves, Riya Khattar, with us. So a very warm welcome to you, Riya.
Thank you so much, Ritu.
I remember when we spoke, you said that you're really interested in styling. That is something which comes almost naturally to you, right? So when did you know that styling is your passion and you want to build a startup related to it?
So I think women out there are very passionate about clothes, shopping, and styling as well. And as in when the pandemic hit, everybody was sitting at home and they were trying out different things, and that also styling and dressing up was also a part of that. And that's when I realized that there should be a product in the market that caters to this problem, and that's how I started Heart Up My Sleeves.
You are a women entrepreneur who went on Shark Tank to give the pitch of your company. So since even I am a woman, I think it comes very naturally to me to ask you that, what are the challenges you face? Because let's be honest, there are challenges and biases we all face. So as an entrepreneur, what is the challenge you face? And, if you have to say something out there to all women who wants to start something of their own, so what would that be?
So I think in terms of challenges, I think the major challenge was, the pandemic itself. We are a COVID-born business, right? A lot of startups were going through that phase altogether, a lot of ups and downs during that period, right? But I think we're better off, we're stronger now. And I think what I would suggest is that I think even if you're a 13-year-old or a 70-year-old, you can start your own business. If you're passionate about something, don't think how old you are or how young you are. If you're solving the right kind of problem, I think it's a good way to start right now.
So on a lighter note, the song Heart Upon My Sleeve, was that an inspiration to the company's name?
Actually, it wasn't. When my sister and I, we were just brainstorming that we decided on this product. So we were just brainstorming and just researching. And then I just came up with this quote on Google. So wear your heart on your sleeves, right? So that's where I decided that, okay, this could be my brand name.
Since you started up on your own, so obviously, you have a very small team, as you said. So you were handling every side of your business. So if you have to tell the audience, like some of the important skills they need to hone before starting up a business, what would those skills be?
I think initially you really need to understand what target audience that you have, which age group are you obviously targeting, what product that you have in the market, if people liking it or not. So when we started out, we didn't know if the product was gonna boom or not, because it was a very unique product altogether. So we just had to try and test out the product just to see how the audience responds, and even if people understand the product. Right. So initially, when you're starting out, I think it's important to understand the market, the audience that you have, and which platform that you're launching or creating, your brand under, right? So that's very, very important to understand initially. And of course, going ahead in the business, if and when you require that you need to hire a few people, you do it accordingly, because I don't think any entrepreneur is good at everything that requires in a business, right? So there are certain skills that you might be good at, but you can't be good at every single thing, right? So that's why people are there and they specialize in that special stream, right? So that's important and very crucial for any business to grow, to get the right kind of people on board.
So did you take any courses online, like the numerous of courses we have online? Did you take any of them before starting your business?
During the pandemic, I had learned a lot of, digital marketing as well. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos and how to do Facebook ads, how to post an ad, how to create an ad. So these are some things that, you start doing on your own when you have your own business.
So yours is a very quirky idea. Like you said, like it's a very new product and there is hardly any competition right now. But then you also know that it's very easy to replicate because it's not that difficult a product, which is very unique in itself. So, and there will be market players coming in very soon. So how do you plan to differentiate your product, or how do you intend to be unique like you are currently?
So I think it's important for any business to have a little competition. I think it really gets you, work harder, I would say. And as far as competition is concerned, I feel it's healthy for me as well, because I love to be under stress and work and give my 100%. So I think I like that kind of pressure. But in terms of USP, I think we are not only sticking to sleeves right now. We have expanded our product range as well. And these are some new cuffs that have released for winter season. So very different products that we're coming up with as well. And I think it's very important to understand what your customers want, right? If you're going with the trend, I think you're sorted.
You said that, you weren't sure how your product is going to be on the market, how the audience are going to react to it. So did you test your product before launching it on a large scale? Like, did you do any surveys or anything of that matter?
So initially when we just made samples, so I had to go for lunch one day and I just wore these sleeves, and, a lot of my friends, they started asking me that, what are you wearing? Where is this from? And they really liked the product and really intrigued me. Okay, I think I'm going in the right direction. So that really helped me boost my confidence. And, after I think a week or two, I launched the product in the market. It was great to see people respond so nicely to the product as well, because it was a new product and it's very, very hard to, make the customers understand what the product is all about. So initially we had to literally sit down and, get on calls with customers and explain them, okay, this is how you can style them. This is how you can wear it. So there were a lot of challenges in the beginning, but I think now people are fully aware of how it works.
You're doing influencer marketing like heavily. So we would want to know, how do you approach them, and are they welcoming of new products, and like what is your pitch to them, so that we can learn from you as well.
So I think the best way to reach influencers would be, of course, dropping them an email and constantly checking up with them. I think that's a good way to start if you've just started out. And that's also a professional way to start out. But in terms of, I think, Instagram, a lot of, influencers and celebrities, they do check their Instagram, right? So I used to actually set a time, in the beginning, that from 2 to 3, I'm going to just message stylists, and from 3 to 5, I'm just going to message the influencers. So that's how it started. I think you have to be persistent and, dedicated to what you want to achieve. And, out of, I think, 100 or 200 messages, you would get one reply, right? So that's a good way to start.
Coming to Shark Tank, the thing which made you famous. So you have 2 sharks on board who are extremely fashionable themselves. So how are you planning to work with them? What are your plans?
So I think we're very, very thrilled to have Anupam and Vinita on board. I think it's going to be such an amazing journey going forward. The kind of expertise and, the experience and knowledge that they bring to the table is beyond, right? And I think it's really going to help our business move at least 5 years ahead of our time, because they are so well versed with the businesses and how to grow brands, and they have a lot of networks, right? So that's really, really going to help us boost in the right direction as well.
I mean, you have spoken like a true businesswoman. I mean, without a doubt. Is there anything you want to tell us about your product?
So I think the product that we have is very, very versatile. I think this product can, change lives, I would say, because, we've received a lot of feedback from women. Even if you go to a normal, a mall, and if you go to any store, you see a lot of cut sleeve dresses and, tube tops, but a lot of women are not comfortable wearing that. Right. So when we launched the product, we got a response saying that this is actually a lifesaver product for women who don't want to show their arms because they're conscious about it. So it really helps them cover up and wear the clothes that they want to wear. So I think that is really great to hear from the audience as well. And I think I would say lastly, on a last note, that please be confident of what you're starting out. Do not be afraid. Do not think twice about if it's going to work out or not. If you don't try, you will not know, right? So you better try out and face the struggles that you have, a few challenges, but you need to try out and understand if it's going to work out or not. It just might.
Okay, that was a lovely interview. And thank you so much for giving us your time.